Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are 2 in-game weeks away from the upcoming Backlash pay-per-view. And this week on Smackdown, we've got a big 6-man tag team matchup that will give us a bit of a preview of what to expect at Backlash. As well as that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a matchup that will help determine who will become the next #1 contender for the Women's Championship. All that plus much more on this action-packed episode of Smackdown tonight. Well, let's get straight into it. This week on Smackdown, Luke Harper will go one-on-one with Hideo Itami. See how Harper fares, the former IC champion, against a man who wants to become an IC champion in Hideo. Randy Orton will go one-on-one with Fandango. One half the tag team champs, of course, is Randy Orton. Smackdown tag team champion Kane will go one-on-one with Chad Gable, as Gable branches out a little bit as a singles. We also will see the Titus brand, Titus O'Neil, Apollo Crews, take on the Ascension. And this matchup, Nia Jax will take on Emma one-on-one. The winner will get the final spot in the triple threat match that we will see next week on Smackdown. Paige and Sasha Banks are already in it. We will take the final spot. 6-man tag team action on your main event. Chris Jericho, Braun Strowman, Sami Zayn team up to take on Sheamus, Cesaro, and the WWE Champion AJ Styles. So first up, Harper does get the victory over Itami. Orton versus Fandango. Randy picks up the win. Kane versus Chad Gable. It is going to be Chad Gable picking up the win over the veteran. And tag team action. It is the Ascension getting the win. Well, we're about to find out who will take on Sasha Banks and Paige in a triple threat match next week on SmackDown. It is Nia Jax versus Emma. Well, Nia Jax made her main roster debut a few months ago, making a big statement straight away after taking out Becky Lynch and Charlotte. So, quite clearly, Nia Jax wants to be the next champion, but she's been starved of opportunities. She's had to wait in line while Charlotte does challenge for the championship. Now that Becky Lynch has beaten Charlotte on 2 occasions, we are on the hunt for the next challenger. Nia Jax could be that challenger. She just needs to win against Emma tonight and then win the triple threat matchup next week. It will be big. Nia Jax has been excellent down in NXT. She's a former NXT champion on 2 occasions, and she has proven herself to be one of the best women going around in the WWE, but now she hasn't had her opportunities, and now she finally gets one. Well, her opponent is Emma, a former champion herself here in Universe Mode. Emma's had her moments where she's been fantastic, had her moments where things have been a little bit more difficult for her. And at times, you've got to be really impressed by what you see from Emma. She has got all the tools to be successful, but tonight, it is a bit of a battle for her. She's up against a much larger opponent, Nia Jax, a much more dominant opponent, and this will be a very tough matchup for Emma. We'll have to probably try and outsmart Nia Jax in this one. She does have those abilities. She's quite crafty. She'll find a way to pick up a victory. Both these women, not exactly the most liked around here, but it doesn't matter. They're not trying to get the fans to like them. They're trying to become the #1 contender. Well, it is Jax versus Emma. Let's get this one underway here on SmackDown tonight. Nia versus Emma one-on-one. The winner gets the triple threat spot next week, as Emma, good start here, gets Nia off her feet early on. Well, Nia Jax, we haven't seen her in action too much here on the main roster. She's been very limited, as we said. But we've been told that Nia Jax actually carried a slight little injury, which is why she hasn't been in the ring that much. She believes that she's back to about 95% recovered, so maybe not quite 100% in this one, but pretty much good enough. In her opinion, she's willing to risk any possible chance of further injury for an opportunity at the Women's Championship, which is fair enough. Nia Jax shrugging off Emma here as she'll drive Emma towards the ropes. Here comes Emma, not where you want to be against Nia, but she's able to fight back and hit the neckbreaker to counter. Well, currently, Becky Lynch is our Women's Champion on both Raw and SmackDown. The Championship and the division is combined on both brands. There is only one Women's Champion here in the WWE. And Becky Lynch has held it since the SummerSlam pay-per-view. She won it against Charlotte one-on-one, and she successfully defended it as well as a Thesz press by Emma. Big vicious strikes very quickly striking Nia Jax in the face. Yes, Becky Lynch, she successfully defended it as well at No Mercy. So Becky Lynch will be looking to defend the championship against her second opponent at the Backlash pay-per-view. Becky Lynch has had some history with Sasha Banks, a little bit of history as well against Paige, and not a lot of history with Nia Jax. So that's more of the unknown for Becky Lynch. There, of course, is a couple of matches against Emma and Becky Lynch as well, so a little bit of history there as well, but not too much to really note about. So these two opponents will probably challenge Becky Lynch, being that wild card factor there. Certainly Nia Jax has a clear-cut size advantage, and Emma, well, she has had success, Emma. She's done very well for herself, as we said, former champion in her own right, so she'll be very tough to beat, given the opportunity, but it's a tough match here. Nia Jax, two-time NXT Women's Champion, only lost the championship recently to Asuka, one-on-one at NXT TakeOver. So it wasn't all that long ago that Nia Jax did lose that big matchup. So Nia Jax, she is good enough to win championships, but she has had a little bit of a tendency to lose some big matches as well. A bit of pressure getting to Nia Jax. Pressure on her right now. Can't get the job done though, can Emma. After a leaping crossbody into the corner there, Nia Jax taken down and remains down. Right now, Emma looking to maybe put away Nia Jax right here. Emma, oh, she picks up Jax and slams her down with that driver. Incredible strength there by Emma. The cover now. Jax in major trouble, but she gets the shoulder up. Wow. Emma thought she was going to the triple threat next week. I thought so too, but Emma just can't get the job done yet. Jax, a tough competitor. Emma finding it out firsthand right now, but Jax straight back to her feet. As Jax sent to the corner, Emma in complete control of this match. Maybe the injury that Nia Jax has got, maybe it's affecting her more than we know. As Jax off the top of the rope, avalanche down with the arm drag off the top. The arm of Nia Jax pulled and thrown away. And hang on, Emma using the ropes. Emma trying to cheat her way to victory. Didn't work out. Jax good enough to be able to kick out. Emma getting desperate as now she gets launched back in the ring, and that's just infuriated Nia Jax. Well, fair play to Emma. She saw an opportunity to use the ropes. The referee is blind as a bat, so it's not a bad idea. The referee has his eyes painted on at times, and that occasion he had no idea that Emma was using the ropes, even though he could blatantly see it. As always, sliding kick into the face of Nia Jax, drops the elbow down as well. Emma just grimacing a little bit, just trying to recover after a lot of offense that she's gotten on Nia Jax early on in the match. And because of that, she's just tired herself out a little bit. Has she gone a little bit too hard, too early? That's the question. As Jax now putting the pressure back on Emma. Kick out though at one. And oh, an elbow there. As now, oh, for the spinning forearm, couldn't connect. Right hand there by Jax. And now Jax has got Emma up. Look out. Dropping her down. With that slam. With authority. Nia Jax to beat Emma. No, Emma's still got enough in the tank to kick out. Stay in the match. She wants that opportunity. She wants to go to Smackdown next week and compete in that triple threat. Now Jax has Emma up. Up on the shoulders. Look out, Emma. The Samoan drop. Nia Jax drops down Emma. And I think will secure her place. No, Emma. Wow. Emma has kicked out. I thought that was it. I thought that was it for sure. But Emma still in it. That's impressive. Well, Emma showing some fight here tonight, which is what we want to see from her. She hasn't had all the wins in the world as of late, but she's been impressive at times. Can she string together a few victories? Get one here tonight. Follow up with another one next week as Emma into the corner again. Jax is down, and what's Emma thinking now? Gets Nia back to her feet. Bad idea. Jax too powerful. Drops down Emma. And now Nia. Oh, gets struck in the gut there by Emma. Oh, and again. Now Emma has Jax up again and drives her down. Emma's going to do it. Emma's going to beat Jax. Oh, jeez, that was close. Only just kicked out. And Emma, she's too far away. Oh, but she does connect. I thought she was going to miss out. Didn't get all of the splash, but enough. And now Jax, right hand there to Emma. Into the cover herself. And now Nia trying to put the pressure back on Emma. Nia is struggling here. Nia could lose this match. It'd be a big upset. I think many of us would believe that Nia Jax would beat Emma here tonight. And if Emma wins this, what a win it would be. Not only will she get a title shot, but I think she'll put herself back on the map again as a serious competitor for that championship. You knock off Jax, I think that gives you a lot more credibility around here. As now Emma, going for that neck breaker, couldn't connect though, is now Jax. Just grabs a hold of Emma's face and just drives her down. Well, as we said, that's the power of Nia Jax and what she does bring to the table. And why she's so difficult to beat at times. Jax just continuing to work away on the body of Emma. And now Nia Jax. Look out, the elbow in the leg of Emma as well. Jax is going to get her up. And now Nia. Oh, Emma into the ring post. The count continues to grow though. This could be a count out. As Emma back in the ring though, and Nia will join her. Well, Emma off the ring post. I think that could be it. Emma hasn't recovered, has she? Counter two. Oh, she's got life. There is a kick out, and she stays in it. Nicely done there. Oh, now Nia with the leg drop. Is that it for Emma? Nia. Yes, she's done it. Nia Jax with the leg drop and picks up the win. Well, I didn't think she had enough force behind it, but she's done it. The leg drop, 1, 2, 3, scores the win. And this is the match we'll see next week. A triple threat match. Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks versus Paige. Sasha and Paige, former WWE Women's Champions. Nia Jax, a former two-time NXT Women's Champion. It is a champion-filled match, and we will see it next week on SmackDown. A triple threat match with the winner taking on Becky Lynch at the upcoming joint branded pay-per-view Backlash. What a win tonight for Nia Jax. One more win to go, and then she gets the championship match that she has been wanting ever since arriving here to the main roster. Can she do it? We'll find out next week on SmackDown. Well, 6 of SmackDown's best in one match here tonight, as the #1 contender for the WWE Championship, Chris Jericho, is on his way to the ring. Chris Jericho has earned himself an opportunity at AJ Styles at the upcoming Backlash pay-per-view after winning a triple threat matchup against Sami, Zayn, and Bray Wyatt. We do have a bit of an announcement to make regarding this match at Backlash. Chris Jericho and AJ Styles will compete in a 2 out of 3 falls match. At No Mercy, we saw these two go one-on-one, but it ended in a count-out victory for AJ. Well, at Backlash, we are going to get a definitive winner. In a 2 out of 3 falls match, we will find out who is the better man between these two. Will it be Styles, or will it be Chris Jericho? At Backlash, we will find out. The first man to get 2 falls out of 3 will win that match. Jericho looking pretty good the last few weeks. Can he keep up his momentum coming into Backlash? He'll get an opportunity to show himself off here tonight as well against AJ Styles in this 6-man tag team matchup. Well, he's got a pretty decent tag team partner as well. He's got the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Strowman. One of the biggest men in the WWE. By his side today, Chris Jericho. He's got Strowman on his team. Braun Strowman has had a few dealings with Cesaro and Sheamus over the last few weeks. And last week, well, it was Strowman getting beaten down by Sheamus and Cesaro. Braun Strowman tried to come out and fight Sheamus, but it was unsuccessful because Cesaro got in the ring and became a 2-on-1 situation. So not an ideal situation for Braun Strowman at all. And we have found out as well that Strowman will take on Cesaro and Sheamus at Backlash. And it will be a 2-on-1 handicap match for Strowman, so it's not going to get any easier for this man. But Braun Strowman requested the match. He wants to fight Cesaro and Sheamus. He doesn't care if it's 2-on-1. He wants to get it done. Well, another man who has had his issues with AJ Styles over the last few weeks has been Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn is Strowman and Jericho's partner tonight in his 6-man tag team matchup. So an opportunity for Sami Zayn to get himself involved in a high-profile match once again. Sami Zayn, of course, was involved in that number 1 contenders match, unsuccessful in that matchup. He was pinned by Jericho, but no hard feelings, Sami Zayn said. It was all a part of the matchup. And Zayn willing to work with Jericho here tonight to try and pick up this victory. Their opponents, though, here comes the first of the 3. He is a former Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion here in Universe Mode, and Tag Team Champion. Cesaro has done it all but win the major prize, the World Championship. On either Raw or SmackDown, Cesaro is yet to get the big one. An opportunity here tonight to get himself involved in a big matchup here and team up with the World Champion here on SmackDown, AJ Styles. But he'll have his new tag team partner, Sheamus, by his side. These two have formed a formidable tag team that will certainly make a play for those tag team championships that Sheamus and Cesaro have both held in the past individually themselves. They would love to get the job done against Randy Orton and Rhino. Sheamus, a former world champion, a former Intercontinental Champion, and a former tag team champion. What a prolific team this is. Sheamus has been excellent, but for whatever reason, these two have decided to target Braun Strowman. We said last week that it could be a fact that, look, they're targeting the biggest and baddest man on SmackDown. Even though Strowman's the Intercontinental Champion, obviously they're not going to get a title shot at Backlash. It's a 2-on-1 handicap match. So the championship is not on the line. So it begs the question, why Strowman? Why have they come after Braun Strowman? I don't know. I'd love to find out, but they've been refusing to talk to me. They don't want to say anything about it. They don't want to tell us their plans. They just want to get out there and get the job done. Well, here comes the WWE Champion, AJ Styles. He has been the best on SmackDown the last few months. He's been awesome. But now Chris Jericho will have a fair opportunity at the championship at Backlash. 2 out of 3 falls. AJ versus Jericho. It is a tough assignment for AJ Styles indeed. But if anybody can do it, it will be him. He has been excellent as well. He's having his best period of his career. Winning King of the Ring. Beating Finn Balor for the championship at SummerSlam. Defending the championship controversially, but good enough at No Mercy. Can he get his first fair and square win? 1-2-3 victory against Chris Jericho at Backlash. As Jericho starting off well with a powerbomb there to Sheamus. Well, AJ Styles has said that Chris Jericho's too old. He's a has-been, he's washed up, and he doesn't deserve the honor of having another opportunity at his championship. AJ Styles said that he believes somebody better should be taking him on at Backlash, because AJ Styles believes that his second championship title defense should be given to somebody who, well, has a little bit more credibility, someone who's better than Chris Jericho, that's achieved more than Chris Jericho, that has more respect than Jericho. Clearly AJ Styles believes that Jericho is just not good enough at this stage of his career. And quite clearly, we've seen Jericho perform very well for himself. He's beaten Sami Zayn, he's beaten Bray Wyatt. And yeah, he got a loss to Roman Reigns a few weeks ago, just before No Mercy. But apart from that, Chris Jericho has been pretty great. And let's not forget that the only reason why Jericho lost that match is because AJ Styles, well, interfered. Oh, Sheamus double teamed into the turnbuckle. Now Jericho had a bit of a look at AJ Styles on his way back to the corner, as AJ wants to get the tag in. Sheamus needs to get the tag out, I think. Braun Strowman's in there right now. The big man Strowman. A chance to get his hands on Sheamus here again tonight, which is exactly what Strowman has wanted. Strowman has just been going about his business. He had a title match against Cesaro. He beat Cesaro. And then for whatever reason, Sheamus and Cesaro targeted Braun Strowman a couple weeks in a row. And Braun Strowman just hasn't been able to get rid of them. As now a big strike by Strowman. Wow. Sheamus Taken down there with a series of stomps there by Strowman, who has all the power in the world. He's so difficult to overcome because of that brute force and power. He can move pretty well for a big man. And Sheamus has had plenty of success himself, as we said, a former world champion, albeit 4 years ago, but still got the job done, as now AJ gets the tag. And Strowman does not leave his feet though. Sheamus clearly doesn't want to get in there. AJ trying to get Strowman down. And now again, the WWE Champion versus the Intercontinental Champion right now. Many believe Braun Strowman, he might be the one to beat AJ Styles. Many believe Strowman is good enough to be the World Champion. I gotta agree. Braun Strowman has been on the rise. He's had a very impressive rise to the top ever since WrestleMania, where he won the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Strowman has been unstoppable. Sami Zayn launching off the ropes there. Strowman, a two-time IC champ, lost it controversially to Luke Harper. Oh, look out! Sami Zayn gets struck down with a cheap shot by Sheamus from behind. Well, Sheamus, not the legal man, but he gets in there and decides to hit Sami Zayn to try and get AJ Styles back in the matchup. And Sheamus pretty proud of himself too. You got to be kidding me. That's what Sheamus is all about. No respect for anybody. AJ Styles now has Sami Zayn. Of course, these two men have had their battles. They met in the final of the King of the Ring tournament. It was SmackDown versus Raw. The best on SmackDown versus the best on Raw at the time. And of course, AJ Styles would win the King of the Ring. And then, well, he would elect to leave Raw and come to SmackDown to challenge Finn Balor at SummerSlam for the championship. And he won that championship, and the rest is history. Right now, AJ back out of the matchup. Cesaro's back in. Could be a short stint. Decides to go to the second rope instead. Wants Sami Zayn to get to his feet now. What's Cesaro got planned here for Sami Zayn? Deciding against it. Doesn't want to give the crowd what they want. The crowd wanted a big high-flying move, but Cesaro said, you know what? I'm just going to hit a suplex instead. Sami Zayn doing his best to stay in it, though. He's got a snap suplex of his own. A chance to tag out here. And he's going to get Jericho back in. Chris Jericho returns to this matchup. Jericho coming back after Cesaro, and now has Cesaro up, and oh, this time he went for the powerbomb that he executed on Sheamus earlier on in the matchup, but this time Cesaro good enough to find a counter. And Cesaro, for whatever reason, has not won the big one. Has all the tools to do it, all the ability in the ring. He's had a few title shots in the past, but it's been a long time since he's had a World Championship opportunity. Cesaro believes that he will get there sooner rather than later. But for right now, Cesaro is clearly focused on Braun Strowman and the IC title and maybe even the tag titles as well. Let's now look at this from Cesaro. Oh, that's a bad mistake. Cesaro is trying to be a little bit cheeky, going in the corner of Sami Zayn and Strowman to execute that second rope move. Sami Zayn, this time he gets a shot in on Cesaro to help out his tag partner, Chris Jericho. Jericho now has Cesaro and going for a suplex. Cesaro counters though. And now the Swiss Superman. Look out! Wow. You gotta like what you see from Cesaro. He's a prolific champion. He knows how to win titles here in Universe Mode. We listed his accomplishments earlier on, but it is very true. Cesaro is one of the best we've got. Cesaro, though, taken down again by Jericho. Just for whatever reason, Cesaro yet to win that big one. Sheamus has done it in the past. AJ Styles has done it. So Cesaro is teaming up with some pretty impressive partners here tonight. As now Sami Zayn re-enters the match. Sami Zayn trying to build some momentum here. Starting to lift the pace of it as well. And Cesaro looking to shut it down quickly. Cesaro into the cover now. Sami Zayn, I don't think he'll be in much trouble. He should be okay. Cesaro just trying it. His luck there. He's going to get a tag maybe. He's going to drive Zayn into the corner. It's Sami Zayn though. He'll counter. Cesaro wanted a way back out of here. Wanted to get his partner in, but he can't do it. Sami Zayn, German suplex from behind. Nice stuff here from Sami Zayn. And now Zayn, look out. Blue Thunder Bomb! Doesn't go for the cover though. Interesting decision by Sami Zayn. Could cost him. Cesaro in the corner now. Oh, meets Sami Zayn with that elbow. And now he'll get Sami Zayn in his corner and tag in the champ AJ Styles. Look out. AJ. Oh, with a kick. Well, simulating the bro kick that Sheamus normally would do. Instead, AJ hitting one of his own phenomenal kicks instead. Just as effective though. Sami Zayn able to get the shoulder up though. Maybe AJ liking the power that Sheamus has behind that bro kick, but still Sami Zayn's in some big trouble. He's got some issues right now because AJ Styles are going to line him up here, looking for the phenomenal forearm. Oh, he's missed out. Deciding to go for something different, and I think changing his trajectory halfway through the move and deciding to try something different. Maybe it cost him there. AJ had Sami Zayn lined up pretty well for the phenomenal forearm, but looked like he was trying to spring off the ropes and maybe go for a blockbuster. Missed out, and that's going to cost him control because now Jericho enters, and here we go. Jericho and AJ. They get their opportunity here. Jericho suplex. Now Jericho getting the crowd to support him. The crowd is quite clearly behind Jericho. Now Jericho back to AJ. Back and forth exchange. And oh, AJ sent to the outside. Chris Jericho with a big counter, sending Styles outside the ring for a harsh landing. Whoa, the Pele kick though. AJ fights back with a Pele. AJ back in control very quickly. That's why he's the champ. Now AJ going to try and drive Jericho into the barricade, who just stops in his tracks before he hits the barricade. But he's back in the ring now thanks to Chris Jericho. Jericho slides back in himself quickly. A preview what to expect, a backlash between these two. Jericho has AJ up. Powerbomb. Jericho can beat AJ Styles here. Jericho, I thought he was going to go for the cover. AJ though has Jericho up. Oh no, the knee into the back of Jericho's head. And AJ Styles wrestling for control here. Jericho though, oh, went for the kick there. Enziguri missed out by AJ Styles, quick enough to find a counter. Now Chris Jericho with a spinning heel kick himself, connecting right in the face of AJ Styles. AJ is down. Chris Jericho with an opportunity. Chris Jericho will look for a tag maybe. But AJ wants more of Chris Jericho first. AJ wants to prove that Jericho's washed up. He's finished. That Jericho should retire. That's AJ Styles' plan. Jericho wants to prove he's got one more big win in him. Jericho's got one more run as the champ. Now AJ sent into the corner. Jericho taken down though. AJ Styles can't connect Jericho. Look out. Snap DDT. And has AJ Styles down. Jericho has a chance maybe to win this match from here. He's got control of it. He's got a real opportunity here. Six-man tag team match right now. Chris Jericho looking for a tag, trying to not to be too selfish. Braun Strowman continues to give some room for Jericho, who continues to look to use that corner. Is now Jericho, Northern Lights, and here's the cover now. AJ, quick kick out. Sami Zayn wanted to get in the ring just in case. Cesaro and Sheamus thought about it. AJ Styles good enough to kick out though. Sheamus wants to get back in. AJ trying to crawl to the ropes to find that tag. He can't get there though. Now AJ will be driven back into the corner of Jericho. And now the tag. Sami Zayn's back in. Sami Zayn and Jericho. Here's some double team work as AJ flung into the corner. But Jericho will have to watch on as... Oh, AJ, no! AJ's hit the referee. He tried to hit Jericho, but AJ struck the wrong man. AJ Styles strikes the referee, and he's still down. AJ now in trouble as Zayn splashes down onto him, but he can't go for the cover. We've got no referee. AJ with a cover. We've got no ref. The referee's stirring. The referee slowly back to his feet. Now AJ looking to capitalize with a knee in the back of the head. AJ Styles I think he thinks that he could beat Sami Zayn right here. AJ. What's he thinking? AJ, look out. Oh, an enziguri right to the skull of Sami Zayn. Now AJ. Thinking about a tag? No, he's going to look to go for the phenomenal. Lining up Sami Zayn. Not good at all for Sami. AJ, here he comes. Phenomenal forearm. The phenomenal forearm to Sami Zayn. Is this going to be it? Jericho's trying to get there. And he will. Jericho saves the match. And a cheap shot there on AJ as well with the elbow. Jericho keeps this match alive for Sami Zayn. But for how much longer can Zayn stay in it? That forearm rocked him, but Zayn has a chance to tag. AJ Styles can tag out, but he can't. As now Zayn fires back with a blue thunder bomb. Sami Zayn, will he go for the tag? Zayn's going to stay in. He tried to get AJ up to go for more. Meanwhile, AJ is going to fire back. Oh no! Styles clash! Shoulders down! Referee in position! Jericho won't get there this time! Sheamus shuts down Jericho! And it is AJ winning here in 6-man tag team action for his team. The Styles clash and AJ Styles, Sheamus and Cesaro pick up the win here tonight. Well, AJ, he was in the match for the longest. He put up a great performance, I think, as an opportunity just to prove himself, send a bit of a message to Jericho. As Sheamus and Cesaro score a much-needed win. The confidence builds. We didn't see too much of Braun Strowman tonight, but we'll see him in action in a 2-on-1 handicap match at Backlash. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Braun Strowman. Can Strowman do it? 2-on-1. Yeah, Braun Strowman's a big dude, but this is really tough odds for Strowman. It will not be easy at all. AJ celebrates the win as he goes backstage here. AJ, what a win, and well, wait a second! Roman Reigns! Reigns waiting in the locker room for AJ! AJ celebrated the win, comes backstage, and Reigns was waiting here this whole time. Reigns gets AJ against the table. Well, Roman Reigns has been on a rampage. He took out Jericho. Well, he tried to a few weeks ago to send a message to the #1 contender. Now he puts AJ through a table to send a message to the champion. Why is Reigns doing this? Reigns clearly wants a title shot. He's not allowed to get one. And Roman Reigns is taking it out on the champ. The defiant Reigns is heading into the authorities' office. Reigns is heading into the office of the Smackdown GM. Well, that's all we have time for. What is going to happen there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this week's edition of Smackdown. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe because Backlash is coming your way very, very soon. It may be coming out this weekend. No guarantees yet. It's not set in stone, but that's the plan. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out the website, BrendenPlayz.com, for the updated Backlash card. There's also a big poll up there as well regarding the Undertaker and Goldberg match. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next episode.